or the mom tries to make them like the black sheep, and that stems from jealousy. They try to use them as an example for the other sibling. Like, if you try not to listen to me, if you try to do things your way, if you, this is how you're going to end up, like your sister. So they make her the black sheep, and they set her apart from the family. It's not a common thing to see mothers jealous of daughters, but it's also something that happens. Okay, it's not very common like the sibling one, or the other type of, like jealous friends, all of that, but it does exist. And I know I'm going to do a video on jealous siblings, but first let's talk about jealous mothers. This type of jealousy is very covert. It's rooted in insecurity most of the time, because it doesn't sound good, or it doesn't sound well to think about a woman who groomed her daughter how to take care of herself, how to love herself, how to be a woman, prepare for marriage, prepare for this, that, just for her to grow up, pick the form, like her body, her beauty, and then you're like, oh, and then the mom is like, oh no, like, and then she starts seeing her daughter as a competition. That is not normal. There's an insecurity there. You can't tell me she's so secure that she's jealous of her daughter. Like, such mom is very, very insecure, because this is someone who came out of you. She came right from, like, the navel was connected. You know that? She you fed her. I don't want to go into details, but you fed her. And you know what I mean by fed her. You did all of this. Taught her how to walk, how to talk, how to dress, how to shower, how to groom herself, how to take care of herself hygienically, and all of that, just for her to grow up and hate her. I heard some mothers even sleep with their daughters' boyfriends. I need a break, guys. Things are happening in this world, and personally, it hasn't happened to me, but I hear lots of stories. I had one here in Europe. I think that was in Germany. A mom, she had an invite from my country, from Ghana, the first time I mentioned my country, to come and take care of her grandchild, because her daughter had a baby, and she was married with her husband, blah blah blah. This woman accepted the invitation, came over to take care of her grandchild, so her daughter can have more time to rest or go to work or whatever. And when her daughter will be at work, because the daughter and the husband run different shifts, so the daughter goes on maybe an afternoon shift, because I didn't ask for the details of her shift, but she will go on a different shift, the husband will go on a different shift to work. Whilst the wife is away, the mom will be servicing the husband of her daughter, which is her son-in-law, sleeping with him. This is the worst form of jealousy. Someone who can be your son, because if he's marrying your daughter, then I'm guessing they are maybe of the same age or a little bit of an age difference. You can give birth to this boy, and he gave birth to your grandson's father. Be real. This is jealousy. Like, nothing in the book can tell me you are not the influence of alcohol or drugs or whatever. You are jealous as a mom. So let's go into details of why a mom might be jealous of her daughter. I feel like daughters who grew up not having good friendship or like good relationship with other women mostly were raised by mothers who didn't affirm to them that they were beautiful, they can do anything. They put, like, how your mom will pour into you and love you and even want you to be beautiful than her, want you to do better than her. Such women, they're very confident, they make good friendship. But the opposite, where the mom saw her daughter as a competition and abused her, bullied her, didn't compliment her daughter, didn't affirm to her, didn't point to her daughter, and always told her daughter to be like too much. Those daughters grew up to be women haters, okay? They grew up to hate other women because that's how they were raised. They didn't have love from their mom. They didn't have the hype and the support from their mom. They didn't have their mom telling them other women are not your competition. She grew up having another woman she looked up to, which is her mom, putting her down. So she feels better when she also puts other women down, because that's how her mom felt. Anytime her mom puts her down, the mom felt a little bit better than her. Okay? So she also, that's the mentality she has. Putting other women down makes me feel superior. So she goes out into the world, envious, jealous, just seeking validation from other women, but then lashing out on them at the same time. But the real validation she needs is her mother's validation. That's it. That's it. She needs her mom to tell her, you are enough of a woman. You're beautiful. Other women are not your competition. Other women are beautiful, just like you. You're unique. Make sure you stand out. Don't try to fit in with other women. Don't try to think you're better than other women. You and other women are a community. Like, she needed her mom to love her and tell her, I love you. You're my daughter. I love you so much. Wherever you are, or whatever situation you're in, I'll pick you first. Like, they didn't have a mom to affirm they love them and hug them and kiss them and just show them affection. So they see other women as their competition. They hate other women. And sometimes not even hate. It's just the feeling of not getting love from women, you know, of not getting that mother love. So there is this hole inside of her that she needs to, like, she feels insecure when there are other women around. And ways that mothers can be jealous of their daughters, I'm getting right into it, is the youthfulness of their daughters. Most moms have realized that when they're growing up and they see their daughters becoming like them when they were young, it gets to them. That's the most specific or the most obvious way you see mothers' jealousy when it comes to their daughters. As soon as they see the daughter like looking more beautiful, even the mother's boyfriend staring at the daughter, like, they get jealous. Now they start like, oh, why are you dressing like that? Why are you trying to look like that for? Why are you trying to do this? I didn't raise her like that. I didn't do that. But for all you know, when she was younger, she did worse outfit than this. Like, come on. Come on now. Maybe she did worse outfit than this. You have mom out here disgracing their daughters, talking bad about their daughters, not showing any form of love, and just being toxic to their daughters, creating this chaos just because their daughters look beautiful than them. They are jealous of their own daughter's beauty. You can't make this up. Like, how can you be envious that you gave birth to someone who is beautiful than you? That should be a pride you wear on as a mom. Like, oh, my daughter. You know, a mother that I look up to on social media. I don't know her in real life, so I don't know if what we see is the truth. Marjorie Harvey. I love how Marjorie Harvey hives her daughters up, especially Lori. I love how the woman is so supportive of her daughter and doesn't see it as a competition. Even though she's aging and her daughter is coming up, getting all this love and hype, you could tell the mom is so proud. You could tell the mom, like, she really trained her daughter up to be like that. Like, take over from the throne kind of attitude. Like, when I was your age, Lori, I did this and that, so you take over when I'm not there. It's given like that. It's given, I'm passing on this crown to you. I'm not jealous of you. In fact, I want you to be, because I'm entering my 70s. I won't be like this forever. So I'm giving you this crown. That's how it should be. Not you hating your daughter and not wanting to give her the crown. You will age anyway, whether you give it to her or not. Okay? So if you're a mom and you're watching your daughter is growing up and you say beautiful, you can't change anything about that. Even if you try to put her down because you want her to feel less beautiful than you, go and look in the mirror and then come back and look at her. Obviously, she's still beautiful than you. And you have to accept that. And you praising her beauty and affirming to her that she's beautiful when she's dressed up and all that wouldn't take anything from you. In fact, that will make you see yourself more beautiful, because this is a part of, like, she's a part of you. So you praising her, it's like you praising yourself, because you made that. She was in your oven. You baked her. So it's like you praising yourself back. And you don't want to have your daughters out here tearing other women down and putting other women up and not other women down and not knowing their worth, and then wanting every other woman to not know their worth just because you didn't raise her right and you didn't love her. We want less of that. We want less of that. We women have to, like, be one and support each other and Raise each other up, not tear each other down. That is not what we want. Enough of that. We've had enough of women like that who try to bring other women down. We've had enough. Now we want the good women, okay? And the other ways that moms show that they're jealous of their daughters and even end up abusing them is when their daughters are not afraid to shine. When I mean shine, like their daughters are, like they have daughters who are so bold, they do whatever they want, and they go for higher heights. Like their daughters could go for the most, like something you can't even think about, like maybe a surgeon, or maybe a pilot. Her daughter would aim for the stars, like way beyond the sky, and that triggers the mom. Like, oh, that's because she never had a chance. Mostly look at those moms. They never had a chance to pursue theirs. They never had a chance to see their dreams come true. Maybe they had obstacles in their time that didn't allow them. Maybe it was financial. Maybe they didn't have support. Maybe they didn't have the brain to do it. Maybe they didn't have the vision to see what they wanted to do. Or maybe they had it. They just didn't have the courage to go for it. And their daughter has everything that they were so afraid to go after, or were so afraid to look at. Like their daughter is a shadow of them, because the things they were afraid to pursue and look up to, like, and go for, their daughter is a reflection of everything. And they're like, oh no, I have to stop her. Just like she was stopped, now she wants to be the obstacle. That was her obstacle. The obstacle that was in the way that stopped her, now she wants to be the obstacle for her daughter. Because you can't be out here living your dreams when I had to suffer and I had to give birth to you, and I have to go through bad marriage, and I have to. That's where the jealousy sprouts. Like, oh, why are you so fierce? Why are you so bold? As a mom, you should support your daughter, because we're in a different time. People get successful very easy. We're in a time where success, if you put your mind to it and you are not afraid, it's easy for you to do it. With social media, lots of people are going viral and they've never been on TV before, but they are making money like movie stars. They're making money like those days, like the movie stars. And those days you had to be on TV before you will be seen or known. But now people go viral on their phone. It's easy. And you have to accept that. If your daughter is doing all these great, amazing things, you should support her. That's why I love the Kardashian mom, Kris Jenner. Her name, Kris Jenner. I love how supportive she is. She lifts other women up, and that's so beautiful. Like, you see, there's this viral audio of her like, go Kylie, go, you're doing so well, sweetie. Gets me every time. Look how great her daughters are. Even if we have a lot to say about, everything, there is some controversy there. But I love how she is always supporting her daughters. That's so beautiful. That's how it's supposed to be. Does that take anything from Kris? No. It makes her even better. It makes her even better. Don't tear your daughter down because she has everything you were afraid to look at. That was your fault. That wasn't her fault. She doesn't see any insecurity with her. Why are you trying to put it there now? She doesn't. She's fierce. Let the girl go for her dreams. Let her be whoever she wants to be. Let her be whoever she wants to be. If that it's a career she wants to go after, if she's having a good marriage and that's what she wants to pursue, if she wants to have babies later in life, let her do it. Let her have her fun. Let her travel. Some mothers are like, you should have babies when your daughter is like so young. If you had babies when you're younger and you couldn't pursue your dream, and she wants to pursue all her dreams before she had babies, let her. If she didn't go through the worst relationship and marriage you went through, and she's having the best time of her life, don't interrupt that. Be happy for her. Learn to clap for your daughters. The more you love your daughter and raise her up and let her know she has your approval and she has your support, she will do the same for her, like for other women and for her own daughters, which are your granddaughters. And that breaks the cycle of raising insecure women. It's that simple. It starts from us. It starts from you and I. Us. Some people, their daughters will achieve something grand and they're so afraid. What are you afraid of? You're only afraid of yourself. You're just afraid of this, like the shadow you've been keeping, the thing you've been keeping, which is how insecure you are that you didn't go after your dreams. That is what you're afraid of, not her. Not her. You're afraid of everything you couldn't do and you see someone do that. Like, look within yourself. Like, why does my daughter doing this trigger me? Like, have you asked yourself that? Why does this trigger me? Oh, when I was young, maybe I had wanted to do something like this, or I'd wanted to be something like that. I never did it. But I'm happy for my daughter. And heal your own self. Like, seek therapy, anything, talk to someone who is wiser. The third way parents also tend to show jealousy is when they give birth to a child and they realize the child has this great personality. She has a very independent spirit and very like not easily shaken, or no matter what she goes through, she's very resilient. Like those kind of strong personality children, they are mostly isolated from the family, or the mom tries to make them like the black sheep, and that stems from jealousy. They try to use them as an example for the other sibling. Like, if you try not to listen to me, if you try to do things your way, if you, this is how you're going to end up, like your sister. So they make her the black sheep and they set her apart from the family, because maybe the mom has a doctrine, or she has been following a doctrine in her life, that you have to live life in this straight line. You know, don't care. Like, all of you go in this straight line. I'm not saying don't raise your children right. It's very how do you say it? It's the right way to raise your children right. Of course, that's your duty as a mom. But there are certain things which are out of our control as human beings, which is when some kids were born knowing who they are, like they know they have an identity and it's very strong, and you see it coming off from the child at a very young age, or as she's growing, you see that strong personality. Sometimes those things are forces which are out of your control, and you just have to let it cook and see how the child will turn out to be. Because the more you resist that, because I know some mothers or fathers who have children who are like maybe different sexual orientation, or different religious belief, or different like spiritual belief, blah blah blah, and then the mom will kind of like isolate them and make them how do you say, the black sheep. And I say, if you have a child and she's having a different opinion or different view on life, or maybe she wants to be a dancer and you hate that because maybe you're a Christian, you don't want her to da da da, I feel like it's also jealousy, because maybe it's something you have always, there was something that you've always been interested in about that particular thing. You've always wanted to rebel as a mom, but you obeyed the law. And now you have a daughter, or you have a child who is rebellious and who is very strong in her personality, and does things her way, and that triggered you. That is a big trigger to you. So you kind of like, you know, isolate them or make them a scapegoat due to that insecurity that you have. And that is common. I know a lot of people will come and be like, yeah, I'm the black sheep, I'm the black sheep, I'm the black sheep. Yeah, I know. It's hard for we the black sheeps, because black sheeps are the most misunderstood people. So misunderstood of the way they think and see their world. If you can't see someone from their own lens, you'll never understand what their world is like. And that's sad, that some people they are so misunderstood and hated for being themselves, and they can't even control that themselves. It's like, I won't bend. Like, I had a story of a man who was born into a family who were like occultic, like, you know, their parents were worshiping something which wasn't from God, and they didn't believe in that. They grew up believing in God, even though that was the thing everybody was doing. Like, everybody was following that. And then I remember he said his dad will like beat him up because he didn't believe in that thing. And it's like, it's a generational thing, you know, and the grandfather hated him because that's a generational thing. Like, everyone is doing it. Don't deviate. And they'll beat him and abuse him. And now that he's older and he's independent and he's doing God's work, one time he sat down with his dad, because now he's older, and he sat down with his dad, and, you know, he still told his dad, like, this is what I believed in since I was a child. I told you I believe in God. And the dad is like, you know what? I'm very sorry I treated you the way I did when you were young. When I was born, I was a little girl like you. I used to sneak and read the Bible. That's what the dad said. I used to sneak and read the Bible, and I was so fascinated, and I was like, I wanted to stand up and rebel against my father, which is his grandfather, and be a Christian. But I was so afraid of what people would say. I was so afraid I wouldn't complete my school. I was so afraid to just, like, those fears, due to those fears, the dad didn't drop that religion and continue. Now that he has a son who is also repeating that thing that he was doing secretly, which was his shadow, he abused the son. So I'm just doubt that he was jealous of the fact that his son wasn't afraid to go for that. It's simple. It always comes down to that. And I find this topic very interesting. I would love to go into more details, but I think I'll do another part on this topic of jealous mom and also narcissistic fathers and jealous fathers also. And yeah, that's what I have for this topic. I'll see you guys. And I love this beautiful outfit. So this top, it came like stitched like this, but when I was wearing it, it broke, like the thread went off. So now I have a new style. It's from Pretty Little Thing, and this beautiful trousers. Where's it from? Oh, this beautiful trousers is from Stradivarius. Is this burgundy, pretty tailored trousers or pants? And this off shoulder from Pretty Little Thing. I love my cute outfit today. I'll leave you guys and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.